The aim of this video is to help you introduce the equines in your IDA group to any PPE. The humans in this video are Emma Bayliss from National Office and her husband Paul. The horse is Jack, a traditional gypsy cob who is 6 years old. Jack has never been used for RDA. You can see to start off this procedure, we've put Paul in the middle, just wearing a mask. Emma is leading Jack and she's on the inside in between Paul, i.e. the scary thing, and the horse. After the mask, we have introduced a visor. Slowly, I have made the circle smaller, so I'm getting closer and closer to the scary thing. As you can see, eventually Jack is happy to stand still and let Paul stroke him. Once Jack was happy to accept the visor and the mask, we then put Paul in coveralls. As before, I made the circles quite large to start with me on the inside, and then I slowly made the circles smaller and smaller until we eventually got close to Paul and Jack was happy to let him give him a stroke. It's important to keep the equine moving at this point, as you don't want to encourage them to keep stopping in your RDA session. I asked Paul to move around slightly, as I think it will be human nature for many of us to keep adjusting PPE, as it is not the most comfortable to wear. As you can see, Jack's curiosity overcame him eventually, and he was happy for Paul to give him a fuss. Once I had done this in hand, I then employed the same tactics and did this ridden. I started with a large circle and just made them closer and closer until we reached Paul in the middle. As we got close to Paul, I asked him to walk round alongside me to imitate the way a side walker would walk along your participant during an IDA session. Once we had completed our ridden session, I led Jack past a coverall tied to the fence. Again, I kept me in between him and the scary thing. I also did this, placing the coverall on the floor in the arena. The idea of keeping me in between Jack and the scary thing is that in Jack's mind, I will be the one who's killed first. I made my circles larger and then reduced them in size, getting closer and closer to the object on the floor, when eventually I let Jack explore it and see that it wasn't quite so scary after all. Once Jack was happy to touch the coverall with it in my hand, I gave him a treat to reward him for his bravery.